What's up, everybody? Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Today, we're heading down to this little village on the outskirts of town, about an hour motorbike ride south out of downtown Hanoi. And we're exploring a place that we've heard a lot about, the Hanoi Incense Village, which is a popular spot for city dwellers to come and take photos with all the pretty and colorful traditionally made incense sticks. So let us cut away for a moment from the bitter cold that is the 10 degrees Celsius Hanoian winter afternoon that we shot this video during, to my nice air-conditioned office during warm Hanoi spring where I'm currently editing from. As a reminder that I am in fact an academic dog, so along with our tour, we're gonna take a look at how these sweetly scented stinky sticks made their way from the Buddhist and Taoist temples of ancient China to being proudly displayed in most Vietnamese homes, temples, offices, and stores. Now, it's impossible to say with any certainty when the first incense made their way into Vietnam, but it's probably safe to say that it happened somewhere between 2000 BCE and the very, very tail end of the stone tool era and 2000 CE, the era of the dot-com bubble and collapse. Likely somewhere in the middle, so around the year 0. Or possibly a couple hundred years earlier as the Chinese Qin dynasty began their invasion of Vietnam in 214 BCE, which eventually reached as far south as Vinh. As tends to happen with imperialism, as long as the subjugated people manage to survive, they will tend to adopt various traits of the dominating culture. This can be for the worse, exemplified by the Koreans adopting chopsticks from the Chinese, and now they have those flat metal abominations. Traits can be adopted and improved for the better, as we can see in the case of the game of cricket and how England can't hold a candle to India or Pakistan. Or it can be changed but remain neutral, such as Vietnam adopting the baguette and it becoming the banh mi. Not inherently better or inherently worse, just different. Maybe a spicy take, I don't know, whatever. This is also the case with the adoption of both incense and Buddhism from China. Now, I'm not a super theologically savvy dog, so I can't be sure of all the nuances involved, but the feel I get is that if you see someone in Vietnam burning incense and you were to ask them, hey, is that for a Buddhist thing? The response would likely be something along the lines of that meme, well, yes. But actually no. As Vietnam has intermixed so many local traditions into their forms of spiritual practices, it's kinda hard to know for sure. Okay, finally. Boi Cang het rồi. We're done with context. Kinda. For now anyway. Because we've arrived at the Incense Village, with the actual name being Quảng Phu Co. Once you get past the main street, it's lush rice fields in every direction. And if I'm getting my Han Viet, or Sino-Vietnamese words right, Co is likely a naming remnant of a historical bridge in the area, while Quảng means wide or expansive and Phu means wealth and prosperity. Yes, it's always Phu. So the name Quảng Phu Co means something along the lines of a bridge through expansive prosperity, which is nice. Now, despite the place always being referred to in English as the Hanoi Incense Village, it's not technically a village in the administrative sense, but actually a xã, or a commune-level administrative zone within the larger province-level classification of the capital. And this commune-level status led us to some incorrect assumptions about the place and its local economy. We had assumed, right up until the process of editing this video, that Quảng Phu Co operated as a worker cooperative, similar to Bat Chang, what is called the pottery village that we'll definitely eventually do a video about, or the rice and tea plantation cooperatives throughout the northwestern provinces like Yen Bai, which you can see if you check out our video on Mukang Chai. Anyway, instead the town relies on a complex arrangement of different families specializing in differing aspects of production, the maintaining of trade secrets among those families, and coming to deals internally by way of a system of interfamily dealing and negotiations that we have no hope in understanding the complexities of from the outside, so we'll just say traditional. With the exception of this nice couple, we had the place all to ourselves, because we came in very much the tourism off-season. The trade-off being while there are fewer other people hogging the good selfie spots, the colors don't really have the same pop as they do on a nice sunny day. So if you're planning to come and check it out, do so with an eye on the weather and pick a clear day. But with that last tidbit, click that like button, pause, subscribe. Bye-bye!